Okay, it looks like I'm live. Let's make sure that I'm in the right place and I'm on the, come on. Okay, good. Okay, I'm in the right place and I'm on camera. Okay. First off, I just want to say that I'm relatively new to stamping. I've done cards my own way, but I'm kind of new at stamping. I signed up for Fun Stamper's Journey about, almost a year and a half ago. And that's when I really started stamping. So, if I show you something that you already know, I'm sorry, but I found this technique and I thought this was the prettiest technique. So you guys probably already know it, but I'll show you. I looked at a lot of videos and I'll show you the way I do this. Hi, Laura. Hi, Kristen. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. People are here. Kathy, Michelle, Nikki, Debbie, Tanya. Awesome. Okay, so this technique, you use lots of inks or a few inks. Believe it or not, I'm using all of these inks. Let's see, we're upside down. And the whole technique is just building one color on another. So I've got Cool Pull, Electric Lime, Limeade Splash, Lemongrass, Kiwi Slice, Fresh Forest, Dark Roast, and Black Licorice. These are all Fun Stamper's Journeys inks. And those are the ones I used. You don't have to use that many, but to get the look I wanted, that's what I used. And I just kept going until I liked it. So I'm going to start out with just a piece of white whipped cream cardstock. I'm going to start with my Cool Pull. And I'm using, these are the sponges. You guys have seen these. FSJ sells them 3 in a package. I just cut it into fourths and that's what I'm using. I've seen people make fancy clips out of them, but you know, I'm not a hand model. If I have ink on my fingers, I'm cool with it. So, oh good, Laura, I'm excited that you don't already know this technique. Do all of you guys know it? It's an easy technique, but it's not a quick technique. You just kind of have to take your time and just enjoy the journey, right? So I'm going to start with Cool Pull. And honestly, this color is the one I'm going to use the most of. You're going to take your sponge and just dip it in the ink. And the big thing to do is keep going in the same direction. So I can come from both sides, but my sponge has a little bit of green on it. Doesn't matter though, because we're going to mix. But I can come from both sides, but I'm just going this across. I'm not going vertically. I'm not doing circles, straight lines, back and forth. And the first layer of color takes the longest because it's kind of, your paper's absorbing the ink. And after you get that first layer on, you just don't need to use that much. It changes color quickly and you've already built up a lot of color. Oh good, Val, I'm so glad. So glad that you haven't done this. And Lori, North Idaho, you're close to me, kind of. I'm near Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay, so before I go on, I want to tell you guys, kind of in my mind, I have a picture because you can do this however you want. I want this background to kind of have 2 areas of light because I'm going to use this stamp set and I want these 2 stamps to be surrounded by light. So I'm kind of keeping that in mind while I go, and you can see that I've already started that. So in the middle, I am going all the way. I really should have done this beforehand and fast forwarded, but I don't really do that. So it probably would have taken me all week to just figure out how to edit it once I recorded it. So anyway, plus this way I get to visit with you guys. I know that stamp set is so neat, isn't it? Okay, so, and you can tell this, my sponge has a lot of green on it, so it doesn't really look all that blue. I think I'm gonna wipe that off because I do want some blue. And I'm going over the middle, but just a little. And see how it's really streaky? That's good. That's what you want. That's streaky. You don't want it all perfect and even. It's such a neat technique. I really love it. And it's addictive. You'll just, if you try it, you'll love it. And you'll just want to keep doing it. And you can do it with all different color schemes. This one is just the one I chose. Okay, so I'm about done with this color. And if you notice, I'm leaving these two spaces pretty light. It does have some ink on it. It is streaky. I'm filling a little in the middle so there's a distinct, two distinct areas. And the outside, I'm doing darker. It's kind of like a painting. If you paint, you want to leave, you usually kind of darken the corners. It just looks better. And then your focus, depending on your painting, but then your focus is on what you want it to be on. Okay, that's about enough for Cool Pull. Now we're going to go to, this is going to shock you guys, but I'm going to Electric Lime. From Cool Pull to Electric Lime, this really though adds, because it makes it bright and it really gives you that look of the lights. Kind of makes it look like it's glowing. And that's, I've never seen the Northern Lights. That I have decided is one thing I need to see in my life. I see pictures and I'm like, is that really what it looks like? Or is this photography? Have you guys ever seen them? Sarah, hi. Sarah is my cute niece. And she was a Fun Stampers Journey coach. I had 2 people on my team. Woo! Yeah, I felt like I just decided, okay, let's get this team going. And then they merged with Spellbinders. So, and like I said, you want to kind of, this isn't going to be a way short video because this technique takes a minute. And you saw all the colors, but you want to streak them in there, but not too heavy there. Okay, now I'm going to Limeade Splash. And like I said, you don't have to do every color, but this is what I used when I figured out what to do, and I just kept using it. And you do want to go from light to dark. Oh, you do see them. Michigan's Upper Peninsula. So are they like the pictures? Are they colorful, or are they just like stars, just basically white? I just have to see them. So you can see them in Michigan, but you must be kind of north in Michigan. My husband just started working in Minnesota. He's a family practice doctor, but he's also done a lot of emergency medicine, and so this company flies him out to Minnesota. This is his second week. This is brand new. And they fly him out to Minnesota because he's licensed there. And he works in a hospital in Litchfield, if anybody knows where that is. And he'll work there for 4 days this week and then come home. And I wonder, is that far enough north? I wonder if he could see him. I'll be so jealous. I'll have to go visit him. It's on your bucket list too, Sarah? I know. I can't believe it's real. It's one of those things that just looks too fantastic to be real. So now I'm on lemongrass, and you can see I'm just getting darker as I go, and also cooler. I started out with really warm colors, which means it has a lot of yellow in it. I'm sure you guys know that. And now, as I progress, I'm going to the cool tones, which have a lot of blue in them. And I found most of the time, if you're painting or if you're making a card, inking, most of the time things look better if you have a little of each. But you have to have one dominate or it doesn't work. So you just kind of, sometimes you just want to, if you're doing everything cool, you want a little something that's warm. So anyway, can you see how it's taking shape? And you want those streaks through the middle, but again, not too much, and more color on the outside. And you can see as you do these inks and you add these colors, they blend together. Our inks, the Fun Stampers Journey inks, work really, really well for this. They're just, they blend, they move, and not all inks do that, but I'm sure it's because we've got the fusion of the dye and the ink. So, okay, now see how that's taking shape and see how that's just, that's such a cool look. Now I'm going with the kiwi lime, kiwi slice. Kiwi slice, I think I've always been calling that kiwi lime. Crazy. And can you see now the colors, I'm at the point where the paper is kind of saturated, so the color's really going down a lot more easily than it did when I was doing the cool pull. And I'm sure you can use daubers, but I don't know about you, but I just don't feel like I'm very good with the daubers. I feel like I just make too many circles. I don't like the edges. And these are just much easier for me. Okay, seriously, look how cool this is looking. This is so cool. You're trying this along, but I don't, you know what? Skip the limeade. It doesn't matter. You can use as many or as few colors as you want. I was just experimenting and this is what I did. And so I just repeated it, but honestly, you don't need all these colors. Yes, sometimes they vary depending on strength. Way North Michigan. Okay. So yeah, I wonder if he can see him in Minnesota. That would be cool. He, my husband, he loves, I almost said astrology. He loves astronomy. He loves the stars. And when our kids were little, he had this nice telescope that he would pull out and teach us all about the stars, and because of that, we're more familiar with the sky than we were before. And you know, we look at Saturn and we could see the rings on Saturn, and it was just so cool. But Sarah, you probably did that with us if you're still here. See, look at that. Isn't that looking good? Now we're gonna really do something drastic, and we're gonna put some, I've got dark roast. That's the darkest brown. And this one I'm not gonna add a lot of, but it's just going to really mute the colors. And I'm definitely gonna streak that across. I'm really using a light touch on this one because I don't want it to overpower this, but I do want to mute the colors. And this is totally, you know, your taste. If you want them bright, do them bright. And I'm really concentrating on the edges. I do want the edges dark. But see how it streaks across there? It just really is adding. Does this look like the Northern Lights, Laura? And it looks like I have something on my paper. Bummer. But honestly, we get all weird about things and it doesn't matter. Okay, I think this is really pretty. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the black licorice. Let me get a new sponge. And I'm really just going to do the corners. And then we'll look at it. But I love it. I just think it's just so pretty. And every time it works. I haven't done it yet where I thought, oh, that was a mistake. It just works. A little bit in the middle, more on the corners. Okay, and we're about done. Okay, there's our background. Okay, now I'm going to take my Misty, because honestly, I can't get this dark enough without using the Misty. Because I really want these stamps to be black. And I'm going to try to hide that a little bit. Okay, so look, I'll put his leg right there and we won't even notice the other one. Put this guy in front and see those. Now they're kind of highlighted by these places in the middle where we left it lighter. Thank you, Lara. Is this just not the coolest? I wish I could say I made it up, but I didn't. I'm not that clever. Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure they're straight since they're in a line. Okay. I guess you could do it so they're not straight, but I want mine straight. So, there they are, and I'm going to ink them up probably 3 times, maybe 4. Okay, so is this a thing? I've noticed that when you get a brand new stamp, it doesn't hold ink as well as after you've used it a couple of times. Is that just my imagination, or is that true? Okay, that looks cool, but not as dark as I want. I really want it to really be just stark and black. So, okay, get as much ink on there as I can. Okay, looking better. Like I said, it's probably going to be 3 times. 3 times seems to be the charm. Maybe 4. My table makes noise when it moves, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. I think one more time. There's still a little bit of white. And I just want it to just be black, just silhouettes, nice and dark. Okay. Yours do? It's like they need to be seen. Yeah, I think so. It's like they're just all perfect and they need to... Honestly, you guys, I don't mean to be OCD, but this one's not dark enough. Okay, so we're going to go one more time. I think I did the wrong one. I think it's this one that I wanted. Yes. Okay. I just really, there you go. I just really like that really solid look. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is, where's my rag? I'm going to wipe these off and remove them. I'm gonna take the palm trees and I'm gonna move this over a little bit. And I think, let's see, we'll do this one first. We'll do this about right here. These I don't want perfectly even. So I'm gonna move that so it's not even with the others. Okay. Just do the same thing. Stamp them black. Okay. Yeah, it's been crazy this month. I actually had a friend say, I haven't seen you do anything online. Because it's Christmas and it's just kind of been crazy deciding to change my husband's job and going through the process. It's just taken a lot of, I don't know, time and thought. I'm gonna switch this around so I can remember what that says in case it moves. I just took this and laminated it so that I can just keep using it again. But it's, oh, that doesn't really help me. But now it's kind of slick. I don't know if I like that. Okay, maybe I'll move it up. I just want my trees kind of going off. I don't want them just 3 trees in a row. So we'll do that. And maybe if you're sick of watching me do this, maybe I'll just move on. I don't know. All I have is my finished card to show you. But I could do that. Is anybody bored yet? It's kind of a long video, I guess. Then wipe those off. If you're bored, I will stop, I promise. Let's see. Let's do this about like that. We're going to cover the bottom of that up, so that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when it lands, but I don't want it to be all totally even. Because they can walk in a straight line, but the trees aren't going to be growing in a straight line. Okay. So isn't that cool? Doesn't that look cool with the... Oh, thank you, Laura. Oh, thank you. I just don't want to keep buying the pages. And see, you can clean it right off. So anyway. So, oh, and we aren't done with that because now, oh, and this is an important step that, you know, I think actually I'm going to heat it real quick to set it because I want to do the star embossed, but I don't want to get glitter anywhere else or embossing powder anywhere else. So I'm going to dry this real quick just to set it. See, you can see it's an easy technique. It takes a minute, but all the fun ones do, right? Hopefully that's long enough. And then, let's see. Where is my, there we go. Okay, I'm going to try to just keep it in the right place. And I don't want to lighten this. So I think what I'm going to do is just add some static free powder right there. And then take my star. And I was like, where should I put it? Well, it should be in front of them since they're following it, right? So we'll put it right here. And I always say it's probably good I have a small craft room because everything's really close if I forget it. And I forgot this. Okay, clear pigment ink. Stamp it. And then I'll just be careful when I put the powder on. Hopefully I won't get it everywhere. Okay. Okay, I'm trying the coffee filter thing. The jury's still out. Do you guys like the coffee filter or the piece of paper? Or do you like the tray? I haven't tried the tray yet. Oh, thank you, Krista. I know, when I was looking for a technique to teach, this is the one I found. And I love it. I just think it's so pretty. Let's see. Oh, you guys, this is my favorite. I know it looks huge, but that point on it, this is my favorite one for cleaning up. It looks like it'd be too big, but it's not. It's just the easiest one. Look, I think that's going to be good. Okay, so how do you make this? I guess that works. Oh, that was pretty slick. Okay. Okay, now we'll heat this. I still just get psyched when I heat emboss. It's like magic when that powder melts, and it's just such a cool thing. Oh, I did get some around it. Shoot, I wish I would have seen that. Okay. So there it is. And so that's my technique. So, yep, there's another one that I did. And so I'll show you the card that I did with it. There's my card. And I love the way the card turned out. I did it really simple and just clean. I just thought this should be the focus. I didn't want to gob it up with a bunch of stuff. This is just, I think it's this stretchy stuff that I found it in my Christmas wrapping. So I just embossed this. I cut it. And I got it a little crooked, but I don't think it matters. But yeah, this Wise Men Still Seek Him. I cut it and put it on my Misty. That's how I did that. And then embossed it. Used some of the Fashion Gold. Oh, thank you, Deborah. So that's my card. Oh, and I took a white gel pen. This is the one probably all of you guys have. Is it what is it? Oh, Signo Uniball. Yeah. And I just added a few stars. I didn't want a ton. I certainly didn't want to overpower this star. And then yes, I did. I also took some Sparkle Silk and put a few more stars. And I just kind of kept them up here. And then I did another card with the same technique, and this one is using lots of blues. And I thought that would be fun with this lamp, you know, to kind of look like a reflection from the candle. And then anyway, that's what I did with that one. So there's the technique. There's the Northern Lights technique. You guys like this? It's a neat technique, isn't it? So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I hope you'll try it. You should post pictures if you try it. Because you guys, thank you. You guys, I think you'd love doing it. It's really easy. And do your own thing and then teach me what you did. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. It was fun. It's so fun having you guys for friends. Anyway, have a great day and have a very Merry Christmas. You love the window. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a Merry Christmas. I will see you later. Bye-bye.